Benjamin Washiali is delivering direct message to Musalia Mudavadi, and that message is from Deputy President William Samoei Ruto. That message is about the Runningmate position. Today, in an interview that was captured by KTN News, Benjamin Washiali, flanked by other UDA leaders from central Kenya, were delivering a message to Cleophas Malala. And I want to believe that that message did not target Malala, but it was targeting Musalia Mudavadi. Benjamin Washiali is telling Malala that he should not bring the conversation about Western Kenya getting the running mate position. According to Washiali, that they better be in government first before negotiating on what goes to Western Kenya. And in the words of Washiali, he's saying that the call by Malala for Musalia Mudavadi to be DP Ruto's running mate is just a way to bring divisions in Kenya Kwanza. And according to him, it is Cleophas Malala that brought divisions in One Kenya Alliance. But that is not the point. What Washiali is simply saying is delivering the message to Mudavadi directly, that Mudavadi's call to be William Ruto's running mate will bring divisions in Kenya Kwanza, just the same way it brought divisions and it collapsed the One Kenya Alliance. So let's go back and reflect a bit of the One Kenya Alliance collapse. There was Naivasha 1 that was held in August. There was another retreat in Naivasha that was held in December. And the last one that Mudavadi attended was the one that was held in August, and there was supposed to be a technical team that was to work out and give a report. Now, this technical team proposed Musalia Mudavadi to be Kalonzo's running mate, and Mudavadi rejected that. Whose behalf is Washiali talking? I don't think Washiali is trying to address Cleophas Malala. Cleophas Malala is just a messenger, is just a political broker in this context. But the real person behind the curtain is Musalia Mudavadi and William Samoei Ruto. Remember, Washiali is from UDA. He comes from Jubilee to UDA and is not seeking any elective seat. But then let's look at the interpretation of this message. What is actually bringing this? Now, ladies and gentlemen, before that, I want to give you a second so that you watch what Washiali was saying.
Anaanza kuonekana ati yeye ndiye ana mbio kushinda watu yote kutoka Western. Hiyo mbio nataka nimuombe apunguze. Sisi tuko na imani na Mheshimiwa Musalia Mudavadi. Tuko na imani na Mheshimiwa Moses Wetangula. Tuko na imani na Mheshimiwa William Samoei Ruto. Hao ndio watu walishikana. Hawakuambia na mtu yote waende washikane. Hao ndio walishikana kwanza, washikane, wakae chini, wapanga serikali yao. Na kama wanaona kwamba kati yao hakuna mmoja kutoka afadhali uwe na robo serikali kuliko kuwa na opposition yote. You rather have a quarter of a government than to have the whole of opposition. Tunaona ni kama Kileo ameanza kutumiwa na watu wa opposition ili atuvunje sisi watu wa Kenya Kwanza ndio tushindwe kura hii inakuja. Kileo asiende beyond where he has what he has said.
In the words of Washiali, this is something that is dusted. They should not go for the running mate, because I don't know why, according to Washiali, if Mudavadi is seeking running mate, it is bringing divisions in Kenya Kwanza. But when Rigathi Gachagua is talking about running mate going to central Kenya, he was not responding about the issue of the running mate, because what Malala said was also against what Rigathi Gachagua said. And when Rigathi Gachagua spoke about it, they were so quiet, even though they knew that maybe the running mate is going to the other side. So if you look at it technically, they are ganging up against Mudavadi to be Ruto's running mate. But then we'll get to that. First, let's do an interpretation of what this means. Before you do that, kindly take a second and subscribe and also click the notification bell. Please like our video. When you like our video, that is one way of promoting the channel, because YouTube algorithms will pick our video and our video might even get to the trending chart. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the truth. The interpretation of Washiali's message, one shows that the UDA team in Western, or maybe say the Kakamega team, are ganging up against Malala. And what is playing out here is this. Malala and Khalwale are seeking the governor's ticket in Kenya Kwanza. Now, Washiali have come out to support Khalwale. So one thing they are doing, they want to portray Malala as an agent of division so that he can be isolated by the William Ruto's team. So what is one of the reasons that is playing here is just a gang up of UDA members. Remember, Waluhe have moved out and is now heading to, have gone back to Jubilee. I think it's Washiali and some few, I think Dan Wanyama and some few that are still in Western there. They're ganging up against Malala to make sure that he doesn't get that ticket. Actually, Washiali is not seeking any post, but is working with Khalwale. Now, one of the things that is also bringing this, there have been this talk that could it be possible that Malala is working behind the scenes for Azimio? Is it that possible? Because in any case, there's a possibility that he cannot even win that seat, that governor's seat, even if Kenya Kwanza gives him the ticket. So the only way for political redemption is with Azimio. But I think also that is stretching it too far. Another interpretation, William Ruto is sending direct message to Mudavadi that look here, the Runningmate position is not your reserve, is not reserved for you. And he's simply telling Mudavadi this because as if you look at the stature of the demeanor of William Ruto, he's not the kind of a politician that will just lay his cards bare. I will not be shocked. I cannot be shocked if I understand that he did not, even after the earthquake, he has never told Mudavadi about his preferred candidate for running mate. In fact, just to say the truth, Ruto is not so cozy with Wetangula. He doesn't buy. In fact, he can trust Malala more than Wetangula. Wetangula got to that alliance as by just circumstance. It was only Mudavadi who was approached. Then, if getting Mudavadi would mean getting Wetangula, then that's what was done. So, I believe that William Ruto first cannot tell this team his preferred running mate. So one thing he's doing, he's just using Washiali and maybe telling Washiali that look here, you need to tell your people, prepare the ground that the Western is not for them. And so this message is not also directed to Mudavadi, but is directed to the Western region. That look here, the running mate is not for Mudavadi. But the truth of the matter, ladies and gentlemen, UDA MPs from Western Kenya, or the UDA leadership from the Western wing, is ganging up to oppose, or rather to block Mudavadi's wish for running mate. And this will be the script. It's very easy. When you see leaders from your place, like Washiali, if the Washiali, Khalwale, Malala, if this team will be strong enough, they will be coming out to defend Malala and say, look here, why don't you give us the running mate? But they are not for that. What that tells you is behind the scenes, they are not in. And this can even be a reason enough for William Ruto not to consider Mudavadi. Because you can tell Mudavadi that, look here, even the leaders from your place are not supporting this. So why are we here? Why should I give you the running mate while the people from your place are not even with you? So this could be grounds for Ruto rejecting Mudavadi's push, because why exactly is this conversation still continuing? So let's look at it. Who sent these people, and why could they gang up against Mudavadi? Let's look at that. The first thing is that this team was sent by Ruto, and they were sent by Ruto clearly. Maybe behind the scenes, you understand, politics is about a lot of secrecy and a lot of side deals and side pacts. There are a lot of deals that, leave alone what you're seeing on table. There is a lot of things behind the curtain, and maybe William Ruto is just sending these fellas. But then they're blocking Mudavadi because, if Mudavadi becomes the running mate, then in terms of power sharing deal, if already they've been given running mate, what that means is that there is less that they can get because already they have a running mate. And just to expound it a bit, ANC, when Mudavadi gets it, ANC might benefit. So when ANC is given, it's going to eat into the basket of what the Western team can get. For example, if there is a cabinet slot for Western, between going to pick Malala directly, maybe Washiali directly, and asking Mudavadi to give him someone, it will be more likely that Ruto will pick Mudavadi, will ask Mudavadi to produce someone. So they know that if Mudavadi is on the decision table with William Ruto, they can't be disadvantaged. And that is why they don't welcome that move. And I think when Mudavadi joined that team, I did an analysis on 4 camps that emerged. The Western team did not welcome him fully, and the Central team. I mentioned that the only team that welcomed Mudavadi overwhelmingly was the Rift Valley cohort and a bit of the other parts of the country, especially the Coast team. But the Western and the Central team did not. Those were the emerging 4 camps when Mudavadi got there. Then also there are candidates seeking elective positions there with UDA. Now, if Mudavadi is on the ticket as a running mate, there is a likelihood that the tide might change and he might get the support. So the ANC, the UDA candidates might lose against ANC candidates. In fact, let me say this. The fact that Mudavadi is going through rebellion in Western is a very good fodder for other candidates like the DAPK candidates and the UDA candidates to sail through. Because if Mudavadi is enjoying support, then ANC candidates will have an upper hand against the other parties. So just because of party politics, they're actually emerging and ganging up against Musalia Mudavadi. Then, I also feel like this conversation is being prolonged because the players want a position. Washiali could still be in talks with the Central Kenya team, because even after Central Kenya pulled this talk, Malala pulled this talk. In fact, when Rigathi Gachagua spoke, it's only ANC that responded. UDA never responded to Rigathi Gachagua. When Malala spoke, actually no one responded to him. He was just summoned by Deputy President William Ruto and he met with the Central Kenya team. But I think from that meeting, they were not given a position. In fact, the Rigathi Gachagua team might try to use Washiali to prolong this conversation so that William Ruto can pronounce himself public on this matter. Maybe the meeting that was just done between Malala and the Central Kenya team was just to control the situation. But William Ruto did not give a position that, look here, this is what it is. It's only the Central Kenya teams that are saying, look here, this position is for us. On the other side, Wetangula is only saying we have coalition parties, so our party must provide. But remember, the official position of who is to become the running mate must come from DP Ruto. And so a team from Central Kenya might be using Washiali to prolong this conversation so that DP Ruto can give an official position. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? When I was, this is off the mic, but I was talking to someone, I was just doing some just peer analysis with one of our friends in this channel or subscriber here, and was telling me, could it be possible that the Central Kenya, the Western Kenya, the Washialis, are feeling Mudavadi was given something or some money to join UDA, and so that money maybe was not shared to them, so to punish Mudavadi is to make sure he doesn't become the running mate. Is there? But again, I say it's never official, but that rumor is always there. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my analysis, and I think this is a wrong or this is a bad news to Musalia Mudavadi.